CNNmoney.com. It'll help you, and maybe you can retire then.
Well, I know we all want to do it sooner rather than later. Poppy, thank you for that.
Sure.
Well, it's time for the help desk. Answers to your email questions. We're going to get right down to it. Connie DeGroot is a prudential real estate broker. Stephanie Awerter is with Smart Money Magazine, and Steve Hargraves is a writer for CNNmoney.com. Let's get right down to it, guys. All right, the first question comes from Cindy. She asked, oil companies currently hold 30 million acres of land and 30 million acres offshore that they are not drilling on. How come, basically? Steve, give us the answer to that one.
Well, they are looking for oil on that land. It just takes a long time for them to actually find it and build the things needed to extract it. But it's also really expensive to do that, and they're waiting back, and they're hoping that Congress is going to open up other areas closer to shore or in Alaska maybe that might
be cheaper. Would it be cheaper?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so it's all about the money. Let's get Roger's question from Maryland. We are a family of 3 and our child is 4, ready to go to school. We wanted to put him in a private school, but it's too expensive. Therefore, we're considering buying a house in a different county where public schools are good. We're afraid, however, of jumping into a housing market at the time when we face a recession. The difference between renting and paying for a mortgage would be about $300, and school would be free. What would you recommend? Do we buy? Is it irresponsible to get into the market? How many times do you hear this question, Connie?
All the time. All the time. Actually, it sounds like a great opportunity for them to buy. I think they should move forward as long as they can afford those monthly payments. We don't need this family to become another statistic. Also, the market's going to be improving, and by the time the little one is a little older, they're going to probably have enough equity in their home to actually afford to send him to college.
Well, that'd be great news, yeah. So you think it's a good time to get into the real estate market. Now, Tiffany in Alabama asks, I got married in September and moved to a different state because my husband was promoted. Until now, we've been depending solely on his income. Since the economy has become so bad, I'm contemplating returning to work as a teacher, but it will cost $4,000 to become licensed again. Is it worth it to use our savings to do this, or should we keep the savings in this volatile economy? So many people, Stephanie, weighing so many different calculations.
That's right, but in this case, I think it's a no-brainer. She should go for it. Spending savings to increase your education or to improve your job prospects is one of the best things that you can do, especially for teaching, because there's such a strong demand right now for teachers. So I think this one's an easy one. She should definitely spend that money.
All right, I like that answer. All right, Jim in Kentucky asks, what kind of prices would be offered at the gas pump if the Alaskan refuge were tapped? Steve, this is right up your alley.
The prices wouldn't fall all that much. It would take a long time for that oil to come online, and it's only about 800,000 barrels a day. Worldwide consumption is about 85 million, so you're not looking at that much oil.
Drop in the bucket, it sounds like. Okay. Brenda in Florida asks, we own 2 small houses next door to one another on 3 lots. We live in one house and rent the other. We're waiting for the market to turn around, but when we decide to sell, is it better to sell all 3 as a buildable parcel? All right, this person is, has entrepreneurial dreams, I think, Connie.
Right. Actually, I would follow what most developers do. They have a big parcel of land, they subdivide it, and they sell everything off. It's the best way to have the highest profit. So unless there's large lots around their property, I would definitely develop each lot individually and sell each one off.
Oh, so you make more money breaking it up.
Yes.
Good to know. All right. Mark asks, I recently saved up about $20,000. Unfortunately, I have a little over $14,000 in credit card and medical debt. 8 of the accounts are in collection, and 3 of those are supposed to fall off my credit report by January 2009. Should I take my savings and pay off the collection accounts or continue to keep it in a savings account? I'm befuddled by this, Stephanie.
Well, for starters, we should congratulate him on saving $20,000. That is really impressive. But
he's in trouble on not paying other accounts.
When there are these sort of multiple issues going on, I always recommend doing a multi-pronged attack. So keep some savings, because otherwise he may just rack up more debts. But take some of that savings, maybe about half, to pay off those bills. Look at the ones with the highest interest rates or the ones that are the oldest and really dragging down his credit scores. He also should get in touch with these lenders and see what sort of options are available to him. He may find that they are willing to negotiate with him a little bit.
Pay it down, pay it down, pay it down. All right.
Exactly.
Thanks to my panel today, Connie, Steve, and Stephanie. We appreciate your help today. CNN Newsroom with Don Lemon and Kira Phillips starts right now.